in my opinion, one of the brokest things you could do is go out and make a few $100,000 and use that money to buy a vehicle that like a Ferrari or a Porsche or something like that. You'd be better off taking that money and investing in inventory. Tim Payne here. Excited to chat with you. I just got finished with an appointment and I had a couple of things come up that I wanted to talk about. One of the great things of technology is I can just share that when I have a moment. I am in my truck and a couple of thoughts have come to my head that I just wanted to chat with you about briefly. I get these questions asked all the time. I'm worried about the risk. How about losing money? One of the things that I do know about e-commerce is 30 years ago when I became an entrepreneur, to participate in an entrepreneur opportunity required a risk of $50, $100, $200,000, in many cases millions of dollars. So the ability to become an entrepreneur was not at everybody's fingertips. However, many people still do not choose an entrepreneur route because they've been trained to look at it as too big of a risk. So think about the things we've been trained to do with our money. I mean, really, what kind of a vehicle could you buy for a couple of $1,000? I'm sitting in one of my vehicles right now. It's a truck, and it doesn't matter what it is. We are trained to waste the most money on the worst investments that give no return whatsoever. But think about it for a second. What kind of a vehicle could you buy with a few $1,000s? But if I could get 100% return on my investment selling a product, investing $2,000 in a product could make me another $2,000. Think of the risks that people take without thinking twice about it. They're convinced through marketing that I need a $50,000 vehicle. They go down to the car dealership and they talk with a salesperson at the car dealership to buy that vehicle. And let's just say a $50,000 vehicle, they lease it. And they're trained to make a payment. And there's two kinds of debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Bad debt costs you money and you pay more for items. Good debt actually makes you money, which is why I use credit cards to start with. That's how I became an entrepreneur. I used leverage or debt. But think about it. People don't think twice about making a payment, a $600, an $800 payment a month on a $50,000 vehicle. And when they drive it off the lot, they have lost about 60% of the value of that vehicle. Now, I see commercials all the time online, people going to teach you how to make money, and they're driving a Lamborghini or they're driving a Ferrari. I want you to know, in my personal experience, this truck is just one of the vehicles that I own, and I bought it after somebody had driven it off the lot and lost all of its value. So I could sell this truck right now for the next couple of years for exactly the same amount of money I paid for it, because I don't care about vehicles. Most of the wealthiest people that I know do not live in it. They do not drive it. They do not wear it. If you make $1 million in business and the first thought on your mind is to go buy a Ferrari, you still have some consumer programming that's controlling your actions. In my opinion, one of the brokest things you could do is go out and make a few $100,000 and use that money to buy a vehicle that like a Ferrari or a Porsche or something like that. You'd be better off taking that money and investing in inventory. Because when you become an entrepreneur, you're going to realize your inventory is your bank. Instead of me paying interest on a vehicle that's going to drop in value as I drive it off the lot brand new, I can sell brand new name brand products and make a 20% return. If I pay 2%, which is 24% a year, if I pay 2% a month and I make 20% on that, I'm making a net 18% return on my investment. All it takes is to look at things from a different perspective. Now, when you join our free class, and you can click the link below anytime, join our community, I will walk you through a simple 4-step program that will help you see things from an entrepreneur standpoint. And once you start getting a return on your investment, you will realize that you have been putting your money into the wrong things. And today it doesn't take more than a few $1,000s for you to actually get in business and get traction. Look forward to working with you in the future. Tim Payne out.